Good morning, all empathic sensitive souls. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. On Monday, we pulled the rock bottom card, and it looks terrifying. But you notice that there's a path on either all sides. So rock bottom is surrender and accept that and acceptance are the keys to freedom. So when you become sure of who you are and you're authentic in yourself, you're not at rock bottom. We've been planted and now it's our time to grow. You can't continue along the same lines you've been continuing. What's that? They say the definition of insanity is you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you expect different results. It doesn't work. So if we continue on the same path, it never changes. But if you surrender and accept and show me the way, what do I need to do? Ask the universe, source, your angels, your higher self, what do I need to do to change this outcome, to grow where I've been planted? And that doesn't mean you can't up roots and head out. That's perfectly fine. But what is it you need to change? I just did a deep dive with my coach. Yes, I even have a coach. And it brought to light things that I knew I was holding on to, and it was memories from when I was a child and how it made me feel. And because I took them out, I aired them out, I looked at them, I cried through them. Oh boy, did I feel them. And it was heart wrenching and hard. And I cried a river. I'd have flooded that hole right there. But by looking at them and taking a deep breath and viewing them from my vantage point now and allowing my body to feel that will say, because your nervous system, it takes you right back there. And I use EFT or meridian tapping, and I tap through that. And I worked on releasing being stuck in that moment. And quite frankly, it was freeing. I got out of that hole. When I start to think of those moments from my past, from my childhood, I'm not going down that same spiral pit of despair. I'm not hitting rock bottom anymore. I look at it from a different perspective, a different vantage point, a different viewpoint. And I had to go through what I went through to make me who I am today. Some people like me, some people don't, and I don't care. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Nobody is. Everybody has different likes and dislikes, and I'm okay with that. Some people don't like short hair, some people don't like long hair. Whatever. And it's okay because I'm okay. I am not having to meld and change who I am to fit in a group. I like to think I am a group unto myself. So I surrendered and I accepted what dramatic and traumatic occurrences happened to me as part of my, well, that's my life path. And without going through that and learning about that, it could not bring me here to this moment. I would not be a good of a healer if I haven't gone through and worked on healing myself. Now, does this mean that I'm never going to have issues with this again? No, because it's a spiral and I'll hit it again, but it won't hit me at the same devastating overwhelm. And I know I have the tools to work my way through it. Sometimes even the healer needs somebody to say, hey, how about we work on this? And did you see it here? And how about this and that and the other? And to give you a different perspective. I do that with a friend of mine. She talks about her family and how she doesn't care, but yet she cares. And I don't know why. Why do I care? Because at some point in your life, you were told you need to care, you need to look out for your family, you need to worry about them because you're the oldest. And just by talking our way through that, ding, 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 the little light bulb went off, and she's like, oh my gosh. So we released it, we worked through it, and now when she looks at her family, and it's okay that they do whatever they need to do to make themselves happy, and she doesn't worry about it anymore. Something as simple as that. And it can go from something simple to the devastating deep dive that I just went through to release the childhood trauma. And it's all emotion, it's all energy, and it's all connected. I just find it so fascinating. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. Well, how many of us are in that boat? That happens on a daily occurrence at work. You're working along and somebody throws a wrench into how your day is going because they're miserable and they're trying to make you miserable. And there's days where it's just like, ugh. And I give up. I love them from afar. I don't reply back to the hoopla that they're sending me. And I try to continue on to my day. And a lot of times after you get snapped with that snafu, you stop. What was I doing? Where am I at? Where am I going? And you have to regroup. And there's nothing wrong with doing that in your own personal, emotional world. If you can, wait and think, stop, rest. Stairways do appear. There is answers coming to you. You will think of something you have never thought of. Oh my gosh, let me try this. If you just surrender and accept, okay, this is where I'm at. I got myself in this situation. How many of us have done that? I need to figure out a way to pull myself out of this. And a lot of times I'll take a nap on it, I'll sleep on it, and things come to me in my sleep. Manners of synchronicities, all manners of synchronicities will appear that shows you. So in my sleep, I'll either have a dream or a thought will pop in. It's like magic. A miracle is about to occur, but only if I can let go and not try to control what is going on. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. So it's asking us just to believe in ourselves, believe in the divinity, believe that if we give it up to a higher source or a higher power, God, angels, whoever, whatever you believe in, answers will come. You can find a way through. You can find a way up and out. I hope that resonates with you. That's pretty heavy for a Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. I hope the rest of your week goes good. I will hop back in on Friday morning and see how everyone survived the week because we have crazy weather. I think it rained. I got home yesterday and I did have a puddle, so I assumed it rained. It didn't rain where I was, but that doesn't mean anything either. I'm hoping the rest of the week goes smooth with weather, but we have severe weather coming in. So I just, it will be what it will be. I try to surrender and accept. Now, would I be happy if terrible things happen? No, because that's scary. But we shall see. I won't know until after the fact. Everyone, have a fantastic rest of your week. Again, I'll hop in on Friday. We'll see how everything's going. If you ever need any help working through your emotional trauma, drama, baggage, you're stuck in that hole and you need somebody to shine a light. Woo, hey, do you need any help? Let me know. Send me a comment, send me an email, drop me a note. I am more than happy to work with you to figure out what we can do to get you on the path. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.